Life has a way of testing us, not through grand challenges, but through small, everyday moments where someone says something cruel, does something unfair, or tries to pull us into their storm. And in that moment, we have a choice that determines not just how that moment plays out, but who we become. The easiest thing to do is react, let anger take over, strike back, prove a point, show them they can't mess with you. But here's the truth. When you react, you give them power. You let them dictate your emotions, your energy, your peace. And suddenly, you're not in control anymore. They are. Silence is not weakness. Restraint is not surrender. It is power. It is wisdom. When someone tries to hurt you, they expect a reaction. That's their fuel. But when you refuse to react, when you stand firm in your own peace, you starve their fire. And what happens when you stop feeding a fire? It dies out. Some people will say, but I have to defend myself. Defend yourself against what? Words? Actions that say more about them than they do about you? The truth is, nothing anyone says or does can define you unless you let it. The moment you realize that, you become untouchable. Strength isn't found in shouting the loudest or proving a point. It's in knowing who you are so deeply that nothing can shake you. It's in choosing peace over chaos, grace over rage, silence over unnecessary battles. Because the strongest person in the room isn't the one who reacts, it's the one who remains centered, unbothered, and in control of their own mind. So the next time someone tries to hurt you, remember, reacting gives them power, but walking away with your head high gives you freedom. And in the end, freedom is always the greatest victory. There will be moments in life when someone's words or actions cut deep. The instinct to react is strong. It feels like the only way to defend yourself, to show them they can't get away with it. But in that split second, ask yourself, who really wins when you react? Because the moment you let anger, frustration, or hurt take over, you hand them the keys to your emotions. You give them control over how you feel, how you think, and ultimately how you live. Real power is not in proving a point, it's in refusing to let someone else dictate your state of mind. Think of it like this. If someone throws a stone into a calm lake, the water ripples for a moment, but eventually settles. The lake doesn't chase the stone, doesn't seek revenge. It simply returns to its stillness. Be that stillness. Let their words and actions be nothing more than pebbles that sink and disappear, leaving you untouched. Many people mistake reaction for strength, but true strength is found in restraint. It's easy to lash out, to argue, to fight back, but it takes real courage to stand firm in your own peace, to look past the noise and stay grounded in who you are. The world is full of people who will test you, challenge you, and try to pull you into their storm. But you were not made for their chaos. You were made for something greater. The moment you refuse to react, you take back your power. You remind yourself that you are bigger than the moment, stronger than the hurt, and wiser than the need to prove anything to anyone. Because in the end, it's not about what they say or do, it's about who you choose to be despite it all. There is a deep misconception in the world that silence means weakness, that not reacting means surrender. But the truth is, silence is one of the greatest forms of strength. It takes far more power to hold back than it does to lash out. Anyone can react in anger, but only a person who truly understands their worth can stay calm in the face of provocation. When someone hurts you, they expect a reaction. They want to see you break, to see you prove that their words or actions have an effect. But the moment you refuse to respond, you deny them that satisfaction. You show them that your peace is not something they can take away. It is yours, unshaken, untouched, and unwavering. Imagine a mountain standing tall in the middle of a storm. The winds howl, the rain pours, lightning flashes across the sky, but the mountain does not move. It does not fight the storm, it simply exists, untouched by the chaos around it. That is the power of silence. It is not about being passive, nor about allowing disrespect. It is about choosing not to lower yourself to the level of those who want to drag you into their turmoil. Holding your silence is not about ignoring pain or pretending that things don't affect you. It is about understanding that not every battle is worth fighting. Some people speak out of their own pain, their own insecurities, and their own struggles. When you react, you absorb their negativity, but when you remain still, their words lose their power. There is strength in knowing who you are so completely that nothing can shake you. There is wisdom in recognizing that your energy is too precious to be wasted on battles that do not serve you. And there is freedom in choosing peace over chaos, grace over anger, and silence over unnecessary words. Because the strongest person is not the one who shouts the loudest, it is the one who remains centered when the world tries to pull them off balance. When someone tries to hurt you, they are waiting for your reaction. They thrive on it. They want to see you get angry, break down, argue, or defend yourself. That's their fuel. The moment you react, you give them exactly what they wanted. You show them that they had the power to shake you. But the moment you refuse to engage, you take that power away. People who intentionally hurt others do not do it from a place of strength. They do it from their own unhealed wounds, their own insecurities, their own need to feel in control. They provoke because they want validation of their own importance. They believe that if they can control your emotions, they can control you. But here's the truth. When you stay calm, when you do not react, when you choose to remain steady, you show them that their words and actions hold no weight in your world. Imagine a fire that needs oxygen to burn. Every time you react with anger, frustration, or pain, you are feeding that fire. You're giving it life, letting it grow. But when you stop reacting, when you remove yourself from the situation and refuse to play their game, the fire dies out. Without your reaction, they are left standing alone with their own negativity, their own words, their own actions. And in that moment, they realize they have no control over you. It is not about ignoring disrespect or pretending that pain does not exist. It is about choosing not to let someone else dictate your emotions. It is about showing them that your peace is not up for grabs, that your mind cannot be hijacked by their words. Every time you react, you step onto their battlefield. But when you remain still, when you choose peace, you remind them and yourself that you are in control. There is a quiet strength in being unshaken, a power in knowing that not everything deserves your energy. When you master this, you become untouchable, because the person who does not react is the person who cannot be controlled. And in that lies true freedom. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every insult deserves a response. Not every hurtful action needs to be avenged. There is something far greater than proving a point, your peace. The moment you realize this, you step into a life where your energy is no longer wasted on unnecessary battles, where your mind is no longer a playground for someone else's negativity, and where your heart is no longer burdened by the need to react. There is a belief that walking away means losing, that not reacting means weakness, but the truth is the real loss is allowing someone to disturb your inner calm. The real weakness is letting anger take over, letting someone's words rent space in your mind, letting a moment of hurt define your day. What do you gain from proving yourself to someone who never deserved your energy in the first place? Does it make you stronger, or does it only exhaust you? Imagine holding a glass of water in your hand. If you grip it tightly for a few seconds, it's easy. But if you hold on to it for hours, your hand starts to ache. The longer you hold it, the heavier it becomes. That's what reacting does. It forces you to carry the weight of unnecessary emotions. But the moment you let go, you feel light, free, and at peace. Your peace is not something you find outside. It is something you choose within. And every time you react, you trade a piece of that peace for someone else's drama. But when you choose not to engage, when you choose silence over argument, when you choose to walk away instead of fight, you protect what truly matters: your mind, your heart, your life. There is no victory in being louder. There is no wisdom in proving a point to someone who is determined to misunderstand you. The real strength is in knowing when to stay silent, when to let go, when to prioritize your peace over temporary emotions. Because in the end, the person who wins is not the one who reacts, it is the one who refuses to be disturbed. People will say things, they will do things. Some will try to break you with words, others with actions. And in those moments, you may feel the need to fight back, to prove that you are not weak, to make them see that they were wrong about you. But here's the truth: what they say, what they do, and how they treat you is not a reflection of who you are. It is only a reflection of them. Nothing anyone does can define you unless you let it. Think about the sky. No matter how many storms pass through, no matter how dark the clouds get, the sky itself remains untouched. It doesn't change because of the storm. It simply waits for it to pass. You are like that sky. People will come and go, situations will test you, words will be spoken, but none of it has the power to change who you are unless you give it that power. So often we absorb the negativity of others as if it belongs to us. We let their words echo in our minds. We let their actions dictate our emotions. We allow their judgment to become our own self-doubt. But the moment you realize that their words are just noise, that their opinions are just passing shadows, you step into a place of unshakable strength. Imagine walking through a market and someone is shouting, trying to sell you something you don't need. Do you stop and argue with them? Do you take what they're offering just because they put it in front of you? No, you keep walking because you know that what they're selling is not for you. In the same way, when someone throws negativity at you, you don't have to accept it. You don't have to react. You don't have to let it affect your peace. Your worth is not up for debate. Your character is not determined by someone else's perception. You are not defined by how others treat you, but by how you choose to rise above it. The moment you stop letting their words have power over you, you become free. And that freedom, that unshaken self-belief is something no one can ever take away from you. Truth strength is not about fighting every battle. It's not about proving yourself to those who try to bring you down. It's about mastering the art of staying centered when the world around you is trying to shake you. The strongest person is not the one who shouts the loudest or reacts the fastest. It is the one who remains still, grounded, and unbothered in the face of chaos. When someone hurts you, your immediate instinct may be to react, to defend yourself, to fight back. But ask yourself, what do you truly gain from that? A moment of satisfaction? A temporary illusion of control? Or do you just end up drained, carrying the weight of the negativity long after the moment has passed? Strength is not found in reacting. Strength is found in refusing to be moved by things that do not deserve your energy. Imagine a deep ocean. The surface may be disturbed by waves, but beneath it there is a stillness that nothing can touch. And that's the kind of strength that matters, the kind that isn't shaken by passing storms. When you react, you become like the surface, constantly disturbed by every little ripple. But when you choose to stay calm, you become like the depth of the ocean, steady, powerful, untouchable. People who hurt others do so because they are unsettled within themselves. They create storms, hoping to pull others into their chaos. But the moment you refuse to engage, you break that cycle. You show them that their words and actions have no effect on you. And that kind of unshakable presence is more powerful than any reaction ever could be. Strength is not in the noise. It is in the quiet confidence of knowing who you are. It is in the ability to walk away without losing your peace. It is in the wisdom to understand that your energy is too valuable to be wasted on meaningless fights. When you master this, you step into a version of yourself that is untouchable, unstoppable, and truly free. There is a belief that winning means defeating the other person, proving them wrong, making them see their mistake. But real victory is not in conquering others, it is in conquering yourself. It is in walking away from battles that do not serve you. It is in choosing peace over anger, wisdom over reaction, and self-respect over the need for validation. The one who walks away is not weak. The one who walks away is free. When someone tries to hurt you, they expect you to fight back. They expect you to engage, to get lost in the chaos they create. But when you refuse to react, when you simply let go and move forward, you win without even having to fight. You show them that their words and actions have no control over your emotions, your mind, or your life. And that is the greatest victory of all. Think of a bird flying high in the sky. It does not stop to fight with the crows that try to disturb it. It simply flies higher, beyond their reach, beyond their noise. That is how you should live your life. Rising above rather than lowering yourself to the level of those who seek to pull you down. The moment you understand that not every attack requires a response, you set yourself free from unnecessary burdens. Holding on to anger, resentment, or the need to prove yourself is like carrying a heavy stone in your pocket. It weighs you down, limits your movement, and serves no purpose. But the moment you drop it, you feel lighter, freer, at peace. That is what happens when you stop reacting. You let go of the weight of negativity and choose to move forward with grace. You do not need to win arguments to prove your strength. You do not need to seek revenge to restore your dignity. You do not need to lower yourself to match someone else's energy. Real power is found in self-control, in walking away with your head high, in protecting your peace above all else, because in the end, the one who reacts is controlled by others, but the one who refuses to react is truly unstoppable. Life will always present you with moments where people test you, provoke you, or try to bring you down. Some will do it out of their own pain, some out of insecurity, and some simply because they do not know any other way to exist. But in each of these moments, you have a choice. Do you react and let them control your emotions, or do you rise above and protect your peace? The world teaches us that reacting is a sign of strength, that fighting back proves our worth, but true strength is in restraint. It is in knowing that not everything deserves your energy, that not every battle needs to be fought, that your dignity is not tied to how loudly you respond, but to how deeply you understand your own worth. When you refuse to react, you are not losing, you are refusing to let someone else's negativity dictate your state of mind. Think of the sun. No matter how many clouds try to cover it, no matter how dark the sky gets, the sun does not stop shining. It does not waste its energy proving its light to those who refuse to see it. It simply continues to shine, knowing that no storm is strong enough to dim its glow forever. That is how you must be, steady, radiant, unaffected by temporary darkness. Walking away is not weakness, it is wisdom. Silence is not surrender, it is power. Choosing peace over reaction is not about ignoring what happens around you, but about prioritizing what happens within you. The more you protect your inner world, the less the outer world can disturb you. The moment you master this, you become untouchable. You stop being a puppet to other people's words, their opinions, their actions. You reclaim your life, your emotions, and your freedom. Nothing anyone says or does can define you unless you allow it to. The true test of strength is not in how well you can argue or retaliate, but in how well you can stand firm in your own peace, regardless of what is thrown your way. And when you master that, you will not just live, you will thrive, unshaken, unstoppable, and completely free.